he is the first person to be ever diagnosed with autism.
At the time, autism wasn't even a word.
A new movie that you can watch tonight chronicles the story of the first person diagnosed with autism. This was back in 1943, back when there was no treatment, really no understanding of this condition whatsoever. The title of the film is In a Different Key, and it looks into the care and treatment of autism since then and what still needs to be done today. We're so excited to have our friend Erin Kiernan joining us on the 4 o'clock news to talk about these producers who are bringing this to the Metro. These are fascinating people. Why are they here, Erin?
Oh my gosh, they're so amazing. I could have spent more than the whole afternoon with them. Karen Zucker and John Donvan, they both had illustrious careers at ABC News together, and they did a lot of reporting together. Karen, a producer, John is a correspondent, and the movie is actually based on this book that they wrote together. It was published in 2016, and it is about the man you saw in that little trailer clip at the beginning here, Donald Triplett. He is from Mississippi, and this book really tells his story and the story of autism.
So this is video from this afternoon when the producers were out at Balance Autism in Clive, and we know you are really familiar with this place because your little boy, Michael Francis, he has autism.
Yes.
And so you guys spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, and Karen and I really hit it off because that's why she ended up going down the road of reporting on autism. Her son, also a Michael, he goes by Mickey, was diagnosed when he was 2.5 years old, about the same age Michael Francis was diagnosed, but this was back in the 1990s. So Karen became very, very passionate about reporting on autism, and as a producer, she asked John, the correspondent, to work on these stories with her, and they learned so much and knew there was so much more to learn, and that is why they decided to turn their book into a movie.
It's fascinating, this idea that you're going to hear about Donald and everything that unfolds after finally meeting this man, everything they learned. When I hear the title, In a Different Key, did that immediately strike a chord with you?
It truly did. And real quick, I want you to hear what the two of them have to say about why they thought it was important to put this on the screen.
Sure.
But we didn't get outside the autism community in the way that I was hoping to. And so we think with the film, we really, that's like the whole mission, is covering, you know, the whole spectrum, but in a way that makes you laugh and makes you cry.
So the people who don't know anything about autism and who think they don't care about autism will watch the movie because it's got some interesting stuff in it, and you know, wow, the first person ever diagnosed is still here, let's tell that story. And if we can get them to watch the film, which we think we can, they'll kind of get what being on the spectrum is about and what being autistic is about in a way that will make them do the thing that has always been Karen's goal, which is to have the backs of people who are different.
Erin, we started this segment promising people they could watch this movie tonight. What's that about?
Yeah, so it's a screening, and it's by invitation only, technically, but they said to me, tell everyone, come see it. So it's happening at Prairie Meadows at 6 o'clock, and if you just go online and watch the trailer, In a Different Key, the movie, watch the trailer, you're gonna be compelled to come watch it. And the really exciting thing too is they're doing these screenings all over the country to sort of build excitement for it. But they told me they can't disclose specifics, but in December, this is gonna be available for people to watch, like network-wide streaming.
Wow.
Yeah, so it'll be out there. We just want to raise awareness, and as John said, Karen's whole goal all along has been embrace people who are different and build that community.
Amen to that, sister. And if it gets to that point where everybody can watch it in their living rooms, you got to come back and tell us about it. In the meantime,
I will.
You're going to share more tonight on the news at 10, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, I hope for a good review. Thanks, Erin, for being here. As always, we got Ed's full forecast right after this.